Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Gloria Lele, and in case you are new in this channel, karibu sana. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always stopping by and watching my videos. And in today's video guys, I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy journey, something that I never thought I'll talk about, but I think it's a good thing to talk about it. It might help someone. It might encourage someone out there who is going through what I went through. And let's get into the video. Make sure you follow it. And thank you for watching. So guys, the year is 2019, around March. I realized, how did I know I'm pregnant? Actually, of course, I missed my periods, but I was so afraid to take a pregnancy test. So the whole of my pregnancy time, I never took a pregnancy test because this is Africa and I didn't expect that I was going to be pregnant. And back at home, then I'm still in campus. I thank God I was in my last semester during my fourth year. It was my last semester actually. I was going for internship because it was during that time there was strike for lecturers. So I finished my semesters, then I was to go for my internship during the final semester. So it is this time, March. I'm so much terrified, afraid. And the first sign I noticed, I woke up in the morning around 6 because I was going to pick my papers for internship, those files, those things. So I woke up, and the first thing I did, I felt like vomiting, and I was like, what is not happening to me? And actually, I vomited, and I was sure I was pregnant. At the back of my mind, I was sure my father is going to swallow me alive because that is not. I was supposed to finish school, get to work, and maybe do my masters, such things. But it was like, what could I do? So I just knew I was pregnant, but I was not sure. So I told my husband that I think I'm pregnant, and he was so excited. But for me, it was not something to celebrate because actually at home I'm the second born, and I knew my sister. How can the second born already have a baby while the first born is not yet? So I just had to bear with the situation, and I went for my internship. And before I got to where I was placed for internship, I went to my mother-in-law's place, and she's the one actually who encouraged me. She was so supportive that I was pregnant, and nikadungwa ile shindano ya kwanza. I don't know it's for tetanus or what, and it was so painful. I couldn't even lift my hand at night, or even in the following morning. I could not lift my hand because I felt like it was so heavy and it was so painful. And back at home, no one knows. Everybody knows that I'm okay. I'm the hardworking girl in school. I'm now going for my internship. But I just went home and I never vomited again. I never had those morning sicknesses things. It was just that one time that I vomited, and I never vomited again. I thank God for that because my friends, I used to see them suffer all morning sickness. But for me, the only thing that was off with my pregnancy, I never wanted to see meat. I didn't want any beef, even chicken. So even when I see those in the pictures at the hotel, I could feel like vomiting. I didn't want to see any pictures of beef. And there is this one time during my first trimester, I I my friend tried to fry onions, but I felt like vomiting. So since that day, I hated onions till I gave birth. So there is this one time that I boiled sukuma wiki. Please don't laugh at me, but I did. I boiled sukuma wiki, and I felt like I was really enjoying boiled sukuma wiki with a lot of salt, and I felt like I was really enjoying. And that for my first trimester, it was not that easy, but I thank God because the people around me were so supportive, and I didn't imagine that I was going to tell my parents any of this, but I knew one time I could not hide for long. I didn't even want to hear anything about home, but my father, there is a time during the weekend, my father used to insist that I go home because for weekends, even you come home, but I was so hesitant. I was like, I have a lot of work. I'll just come after my internship. And for my pregnancy, it was not that difficult. When I got to where I was doing my internship, no one knew I was pregnant because I was with this flat tummy thing, and no one could really sense that I was pregnant. So during lunchtime they could bring beef, and that's when some people noticed that I really hated when beef was served, and I could go outside while people were serving lunch, and I could tell them just not to serve for me beef. And where I did my internship, they used to give us beef every day, every lunchtime. So I could really avoid that. I could eat something else or take milk. And days went by from being a flat tummy up to around 5 months. It started now popping out. Ile kabisa inatoka. Now people, oh, so all this time you didn't want to eat beef, it was because there was something growing. And I was like, yes, what can I do? And it was really exciting, but now my clothes that I used to wear, the official ones, could not fit any longer. So I had to wear the maternity dresses. And yeah, it was fun. And when I was around 5 months pregnant, it was around 5 a.m. in the morning. I remember it was on a Monday. I woke up as usual, prepared to go to work, and apparently, or unfortunately, I got outside because I had showered everything. I didn't usually take breakfast because I just wanted to take milk. So I took milk and I went outside to put my clothes to dry. And on my way back to the house, the worst happened to me. There was just a sharp pain that I've never had. It was like a nightmare, and it is bad on a giza. No one has woken up, so it is just only me outside. I'm preparing to go to work, so I go outside. I want to come back, and nikasikia uchungu ingine. I I thought I was going to die, and I could not come back to the house, so I had to lie down in the mud. Actually, it was raining, so I lied down in the mud and I crawled into the house just that way, and I tried to reach my phone. So when I got my phone from the bed, I tried calling my husband, and he picked, and I told him I'm dying. I couldn't even speak, and I couldn't call out to any neighbor. No one could hear me. So I called him, and I told him that I didn't think I was going to make it. I told him I'm in a bad situation, and he was in Nairobi back then, and I was doing my internship in Nakuru. So I don't know. He came. He drove within less than 1.5 hours. He was in the house. But I don't know what is happening with pregnancies. Venye alifika uchungu ikaisha. I don't even know what was it. But I didn't want, sikutaka kuilenga hivyo. So we went to the hospital where I used to go for my clinics, and I was told that it is because of the baby is growing and the stomach is now stretching. So that is what caused the pain. And I was like, really? All of this? But I was happy I didn't have to go to work again that day. And that was my journey up to around 5 months. And I don't want this video to get any longer, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll update you on the next video. I'll tell you more about how I gave birth and how my parents found out about it, because It is everybody's nightmare in Africa. When you tell your parents that you just don't go that way and tell them that you are pregnant, because they'll swallow you, they'll kill you. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you kept in locked in, and I really appreciate. Thank you. And till next time.